I am now discussing question number 55 from Grant Test 7. Now, earlier we have discussed to a root map problem. I am discussing to this particular problem here. Yes, this is the problem. Now, if you see it very closely here, he says toluene is reacting with camphor to give you compound A, and A is reacting with SOCl2 thionyl chloride to give B, and further he has used H2PDBSO for quinoline, that is called as Lindlar's catalyst. This will reduce acid chloride to aldehyde, but beyond that reduction will not occur. Please remember one thing, carboxylic acid is reduced to aldehyde and aldehyde is further reduced to alcohol by use of lithium aluminum hydride, lithium aluminum hydride. Now in this particular case it is a partial reduction. So let's see how it has achieved it. In the first step here, toluene, this is toluene. Toluene is reacting with potassium permanganate, and that is oxidizing this carboxylic acid, this CH3 group to carboxylic acid. The carboxylic acid is made to react with SOCl2. Now SOCl2 structure would be something like this: sulfur, and then you have two chlorines here. Now basically one OH group is replacing the Cl, and then what you get is benzoyl chloride B. Now benzoyl chloride is undergoing a selective reduction. I would say reduction stops at aldehyde stage, and your answer for this should be C. Let's go to question number 56. Which of the following, the question is basically about carboxylic acid not undergoing, or rather undergoing Hell-Wollert-Zielinski reaction. Basically remember one point over here, HVZ reaction is chlorinating or halogenating at alpha position. Now what is that alpha position? I'll show you to that alpha position. This is the alpha position. Now this is the alpha position here, this is the alpha position here, and this is the alpha position here. Now only at this alpha position, if you have hydrogen, then halogenation can take place. This goes via an enolate mechanism. Now in option number 1, if you see, there is no hydrogen here, so 1 will not undergo. In 2, at alpha position, now this is the position that I am talking about, you have two CH3 groups, so this also will not undergo. In the 4th option, you have 3 CH3s to this particular carbon. Therefore, this also will not undergo HVZ reaction. So let's go to the next question. The next question is question number 57. That should be coming to you right now. Now the compound actually given in the first case is aniline, C6H5NH2, and the aniline is being reacted with NaNO2HCl. This is called diazotization, and ideally speaking this reaction takes place between 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, and what you get is benzene diazonium chloride. This is diazonium chloride, and then you are reacting with Cu2CN2. Now basically this reaction is called as nucleophilic acyl substitution. I'm sorry, not nucleophilic acyl substitution, nucleophilic substitution. Nucleophilic substitution, where basically this CN is replacing N2, and what you get is cyanobenzene. That is compound number Y. Now cyanide nitrile on hydrolysis will give you carboxylic acid. This is a indirect method of preparing benzoic acid. So let's go to question number 58. Now in question number 58, the question is coming to you now. Okay. Which of the following is an example of thermosetting polymer? Now please understand this particular point, thermoset. That means after a polymer has been made, you cannot remold it. That is a basic reason behind, that is a basic idea behind thermosetting polymer. Only three-dimensional cross-linked polymers are called as thermosets. Three-dimensional cross-linked polymer is option number 4. A bakelite, it is actually a reaction between phenol and formaldehyde. We have discussed this in chapter phenol and also polymers. So your option is 4. Thank you.